Hey there, lads and lasses. This here, of course, is Thunderhand 64, coming at you like right over there in the center of the frame. There we go. Live from the west coast of the United States here on a, yes, it is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Slancha. Make sure my Guinness is showing. There it is. It is a little bit past 11 o'clock a.m. That can only mean that it's time for a Guinness. Isn't it a bit early for that? No, it's never too early for that. And, of course, some Buffooncraft SMP Season 6. I'd like to welcome in a few very, very good friends. Welcome on in, Arma. You can see the auto shout-out for the real foolish sage himself. I am so glad that he's able to join us. And, good Lord, the mighty Greener Canuck, who I have missed dearly. Greener! My friend, how have you been? I've dearly missed you. It's 4 a.m. Saturday morning. Still a good time, Arma. I think. Yep. Change my mind. Yeah, I should sit out there at like a bench outside, like on a college campus, just pounding out Guinness. Never a bad time for a Guinness. Change my mind. It's a meme, right? Let me see. It's past 7 p.m. here, so definitely beer line. Yes. Oh, you are well into the crack hour over there, aren't you? 7 p.m. on a Friday night. Och. All good, my friend. I hope you and the little family are doing well. You know, Greener, this is long after the fact, but I've still really enjoyed us getting to meet up in Vegas. That was fun. That was fun. Let's switch over to the display scene. We can talk as we work. It is work, but it's the best. It's the best kind of work, right? Let's log on to the old server. Ye old server. Faux shizzle. Good Lord, it's nighttime. Once more, night befalls the Buffooncraft server. Remember that guy back there? Oh, look, there's a wee squiddy down below us. Remember that dude? I think it's time we get back to this guy, huh? Squid farms and all aside, right? We're done with all of that. Let's do the thing. Oh, did I lose a piece of scaffolding there? Yeah, let's do the sleeping thing, shall we? Can I crouch and grab that? I think I can. And then, really? Come on now. I think scaffolding works like that. And then we do a little something like that. And then we do the sleeping thing. What do we have over there? Well, I mean, it is the tiny regular denizen mobs atop of the most giant mob of all in the server here. All right, so what we're going to start doing is this, remember, is just the interior shape of our giant, our sea giant coming out of the ocean floor. The floor will be terraformed, so it'll look like a big black abyss or chasm or something, and then he'll be crawling out of there. But this is just the interior, so the exterior details, like, we're going to skin this thing now, right? And that's the plan. I'm going to try to do that. So we're going to be gathering up some resources today. I've already started. I already have a lot of resources gathered, so we're going to be delivering them to the site, picking out a block pallet, doing all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, the statue is not part of the Mushroom Island, so it is definitely spawnable. Oh, yeah. But that's okay. The whole idea is this is supposed to be dangerous. That just adds another layer of danger to things. I'm telling you, you have no idea how dangerous this thing's going to be. Approaching this base, this island base from the north by sea, is going to be one of the most hazardous undertakings in the server. Hazardous, both hazardous and hilarious at the same time. That's my goal. Let's see. Ugh. We have some things we need to do here. There are some things we're not going to be using. So let's make some space in the inventory. We don't need the sword. Shovels, probably not. I'm going to keep one of them on me. Hatchet, very likely not. Bow, yes. Trident, yes. Boat, yes. Shield, no, we should be fine. Torches, eh. These actually should go in slots in the... Yeah, we have room. We should do that. They should go here. Like this. Yeah, there we go. A little inventory management to start things off. Okay, this is all good. This is all a good thing. Again, I'm not thinking we should need a shovel, but just in case. Okay, so part of the block palette I was thinking is for the median tone, I'm thinking smooth basalt. So that's going to be the one that we're going to use the most. So I set up the basalt generator and I AFK'd this thing all night long. And got ourselves a lot of basalt, then went over here and loaded up the furnace and smelted a whole bunch of the smooth variety. And I think I'm going to start with about 3 shulkers. That should be enough for a little while. Then for my lighter tone, I was thinking some tough, right? Get the green tint in there, but with the gray and stuff. And so I'm thinking about maybe 2 shulkers of this. And then for the darker tone, I was thinking just the good old blackstone, right? Not the polished kind, just that, right? Also, we're going to need some glass. So we have some adventuresome things that we need to do here. Getting the blackstone is going to be fun. We can do that in 2 ways. We've located a bastion, and we've been obliterating that bastion block by block to get most of our blackstone bits. That's a really good source. The other thing we could do is just go down to the bottom of the nether. We can get the blackstone there, and at the same time, maybe we'll run into some ancient debris here and there, right? The glass we can buy at the trade hall with the, and then we're going to dye it. I'm thinking maybe 3 tones. We'll get the black tinted glass, some median tone, either the gray or the light gray, and then maybe some white glass for like glints and highlights, something like that. We're going to dye it? That sounds terrible. Depends what the diet is, you know? It could be a diet of the liquid variety. So that's the plan. We'll gather some resources and we'll deliver them to the site. And, you know, maybe we'll talk about skinning this thing, getting that underway. We'll keep some of this basalt over here, and that'll keep us smelting, doing its thing. Let's grab this shulker. Let's head on down to the tough layer, which, according to the graph, and you know I'm going to use the graph, right? Should be layer -58. And while we're down there, who knows? Maybe we'll find some diamonds. But we need just enough tough to fill this last... I'm thinking maybe 2 shulkers of tough should be enough. Rhymes. The lowest form of humor. I think it was from the Princess Bride, right? Could be. Okay, here we go. By the way, I don't know if any of you watched the anime Dan Da Dan. Family-friendly viewers, not a family-friendly anime. But it's hilarious and super cool. This last episode, the new episode that dropped yesterday, major Minecraft reference in there. Major Minecraft reference. All I'm going to say. Biggie Cheese and I were watching it, and we're like, hey, does that character look like... No. Really? Yeah, it kind of does. And then, oh, wait a minute, the thing that they're doing there, that's totally Minecraft. So I'll let you guys, I won't give like a complete spoiler of it, if you want to see it. But super cool anime series. I absolutely love it. Biggie and I, and I got Kachi in on it. I think Kachi's good enough with that. So we got Kachi in on it too. I haven't really picked up anime in a while. Well, if you're looking to get back into it a little bit, that would be my recommended series. It's a really good one. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get the Silk Touch going here. Closest I've gotten is to rewatching Castlevania. Yeah, I've seen that, but I haven't really been inspired enough to check it out. Mainly because I have two shows. I have like almost 4 shows going right now, which is rare for me. It's because usually I don't really watch a lot of TV, so it's really cool to have that many series going all at once. But the artwork in it looks incredible. Really, with the gravel? I'm not here for gravel, Minecraft. I am not here for gravel. But then again, I'm not here for diamonds either, and if I happen to find somebody, It's quite violent, but has surprising character depth. Don Da Don is hilarious. The art production in it is incredible. Yeah, it's so cutting edge. It's really incredible. Oh, see, there we go. And then, the only thing that, if you're family friendly, you might take offense to is there's a lot of sexual humor in there. It's very silly though, so it's super funny, but it's really some adult stuff if you're sensitive about those kind of things. But incredible anime with, again, this last episode, major Minecraft reference in there. Major Minecraft reference. Super cool. The cool thing at this depth, negative 58, I'm standing at 57, and 58 is that layer right there. When you do find tuff, you find it in the biggest pockets, and so that's why I'm down here. And again, that's not like my theory of it or anything. It's just a graph. Just look at the graph, people. So shows I'm watching right now, like I said, I'm in a very rare spot right now where I actually have a number of shows going, which, again, I don't really watch a lot of TV, so it's fun for me, especially during the, we're coming to the end of summer, and though Kachi stuff is ramped up, we're still not ultra busy right now, so it's a good time for it to hit. But you know, now the way things stream, I can really watch them whenever I want. It's just fun to have Biggie home from university so we can watch some of the shows together. But I'm really into Alien Earth right now because Noah Hawley is one of my favorite directors, and so he's directing that. Even though he's often smothered by the heavy hand of Ridley Scott there. But one of the Zucker brothers from Fargo actually is producing too. So, but this last episode that dropped Tuesday had more Hawley-isms in it. So it was really fun to watch. So that's come along really well. So I'm enjoying that on Tuesdays. Thursdays is Dawn to Dawn and Peacemaker. Peacemaker series is just hilarious. Again, family-friendly viewers, not family-friendly at all, not in the least. Super funny, but very adult. Friday is the new Ultraman series, Ultraman Omega. Story and characters in that are okay. But the art production, the look, and the design stuff in that is just top-notch. One of the best in a long, long time. And then Saturdays is Kaiju number 8. Which is okay. It's a pretty good series. It's not super good, but I like the art style in that one. You're just trying to trick people to math. I don't have to trick people to math. I'm not tricking anybody into math. I'm just innocently playing Minecraft here. Just so happens, you know, we drop a polar equation for spirals or a linear equation for dispenser output rates and things like that, but purely coincidental. The show Arcane is also very good in terms of art and characters. So I've heard. Who told me that? I think that might have been Angel by You. Was telling me about that. Angel, if you happen to see the VOD later and I'm wrong, please correct me on that. But, well, you can tell I've been speaking some Chinese lately because I'm like, please. Please correct me on that. But again, you know, I've seen previews and the thumbnails for it, like Castlevania, but I haven't actually sat down and watched it yet. Yeah, I really got turned on to Noah Hawley's work when he did the FX series Legion, which I think is still the best TV show I've probably ever seen. And at my age, I've seen a lot of TV. So, all right, let's see where we're at here. A little over a third of the way there. We'll find ourselves. Let's get rid of some of our deep slate. Just get this out of our inventory. Good. There's a zomboid nearby somewhere. He sounds frustrated. It has blessedly little to do with League of Legends game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that is the one that Angel was telling me about then. First season of Kaiju number 8 was good, but second season has lost something. Yeah, I think I think story-wise, yeah, like character development. I think I expected a little more there, right? Like I said, the story and the characters is merely okay. It's the art style and the basic premise of it is pretty cool, right? Shoot. Right here. There we go. In terms of the plot, I preferred season 1 of Arcane, but in terms of the second season is truly top notch. Oh, cool. I even bought the Arcane art book for an artist friend of mine. Oh, nice. There we go. I've only seen season 1 of Arcane. Yeah, I've yet to see it at all. I mean, like I said, I've seen, screenshots of it, thumbnails and previews and stuff, but I haven't actually sat down to watch it. Like I said, I don't really watch a lot of TV, but I'm not being smug about that. I just, a lot of TV doesn't really grab me. And like I have nothing against the medium. I've grown up watching TV, so I'm not like one of those pretentious so-and-sos where we don't even own a TV in our house. That was like a popular thing in the early '90s here in the U.S. Right? No. I like TV. It's just you get older, and you see a lot of it, and it takes just a lot more to hook you in. Or at least me, it does. Let's go back and we'll start in a different direction here. Paying an artist in art to do art for me feels like buying beer for an alcoholic bro. Those art books for anime series, you can find a lot of those in Taiwan. And you can find some really super cool ones. So if you're into like a really niche anime or manga or artist or something, yeah, you can find some pretty cool stuff there. Now, granted, it's in Chinese, which is not too much of a problem for me, even though my reading's not that strong. But you buy an art book for the art. That's the idea. Redstone. The art itself is fairly language agnostic. Yeah, true. My TV only used as a monitor for my consoles. Yeah, my older son Biggie set himself up with a Roku TV in his room. Now his room here at our house, because it's a small family house, so his room is only like about 10 by 10, and I don't know, his screen is really big. I haven't. It's probably about maybe 2 meters across by about a meter high. I'm just comparing it to the window. It's hilarious. Mrs. Thunderhand was so upset when he bought that. It's like, it's so cool. But that's one of those treat yourself kind of things, because he worked so hard at his job at the university and stuff, and set himself up with an excellent job at the university, by the way, working at the career center there. And every now and then he treats himself a little bit with the money he earned. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? This stuff right here. Wow, this is a big, big pocket of tough. Yeah, we'll get all the rest of what we need right here. Definitely. Yeah, in fact, we won't even need that part. We'll probably get everything of what we need just right here on this level. Then we'll go get some glass because that will be quick. And then we'll probably head into the nether and get the blackstone. We'll go to the bastion first. Because, you know, there's always an element of danger involved in there, and that makes things funny. And, you know, funny is what we're all about. See, you get one of these pockets of tough down here, and they're just huge at this level. That's why when you use the graph, you'll see a gigantic spike at level negative 58. How are we doing here? Let's just keep that out right there for now. We'll clear out all of this stuff. I watch TV on my PC monitor. Me, I'm a little bit of both. I actually watch a lot of TV on my iPad Pro 3. I just like the portability of it. And the iPad has a big enough screen where it's still enjoyable. And I can also use the noise canceling AirPods. Because background noise drives me absolutely insane. So oh yeah. Well, that's because I switched from feet to meters without announcing it, right? I said 10 by 10, and then I said, you know, it's about 2 meters across and about 1 meter high. Yeah. No, it's not 10 by 10 meters. It's 10 by 10 feet. It's a little over maybe 3.5 by 3.5 meters, something like that. 3 1/3. Americans with their 10 by 10 meter room calling it tiny. It's funny because, you know, that exhibits a peculiar behavior that I have. That Mrs. Thunderhand also has, where we don't, I mean, it's more strongly with her than it is for me because she grew up, of course, with the metric system, right? And so I don't tend to convert from back and forth. I just think of them like their own things, like meters and feet. So I don't have to think, okay, you know, meter is about 3 feet. So when I'm looking out the window, you know, I just shift into metric mode and then shift into SAE mode and Imperial, and I just swap back and forth between those just. And it's not like it's easy for me to do that because of the math stuff. It's that I just don't do the math with it. You know, it's its own thing, you know? Yeah, yeah, it's very close, right? You know that uh, our non-American friends, which is most of you at this point, think that, you know, the average American is really against the metric system and stuff. Well, we're not really. It's mostly our transportation system um, who is holding us back on the metric. The average person doesn't really care, honestly. Metric system is now more ubiquitous in the US than it has ever been. And we've talked about this on the stream too, before. The average American doesn't really care about that. Me, my neighbors, my friends, my family, we don't really care about that. It's our transportation system doesn't want to change over all of their tables and their databases and things like that. That's why. We have the same, we experience the same resistance from the same place when it comes to daylight saving time. Yeah, all of us Americans, citizens, are for that. It's our transportation system doesn't want to change their timetables. Yay, diamonds. Okay, it's not a very big blob, but it'll do, it'll do. Of course, we find diamonds only because we're not specifically looking for diamonds. This is where I find the most diamonds, by the way, is when I'm down here doing things other than looking for diamonds. That's when I get the most diamonds. Because that's how Minecraft treats me. Okay. Let's see how we're doing here. We're getting there. Slowly. Oh, more diamonds down here. Okay, a little bit. Just a little bit. A couple of straight blocks of tough down here, but we should be okay. We also have all that stuff up in the ceiling. But we also have a lot of lava up there, if you haven't noticed. Yeah, so, I don't know. I think we could more easily just find another pocket of this stuff. I can easily enough convert distance to metric, but I have little idea of temperature, volumes, or energy. Temperature and volume I'm pretty good with. Energy, not so much so. I have to do math for energy. Which isn't too much of a problem, but... like, volumes I'm okay with. Oh, we got a geode here, people. You know what we'll do? Let's do this. And let's do this. And let's do that, so I'll know that there's a little geode down there. Although, you know, we have the farms, so we don't really need a geode. We have a very productive amethyst farm, so we're okay there. I think a fluid ounce is like 30 milliliters, and a pint is roughly half a liter. Yeah, so the measuring cup I use for cooking is both has metric on one side and freedom units on the other. And so, yeah, it's easy to see, right? The 500 mils lining up with the with 2 cups or 1 pint, right? It's really easy to see that, and you just see that every day, right? And us Americans, we have a very good idea of just about like 1 liter equals our quart, but we're not even converting like liters to quarts now. We just got a good idea of what a liter is because we use it so much. So Ugh, we are out of torches. But even in English-speaking countries, the gallon is inconsistent. But oh my God, yeah. See, Americans are like, what's the big deal with like gallon or something? You know, I don't see it. Gallon's a gallon, right? Everyone, no, it's not. You need to travel a little bit more. We're going for torches, right? There we go. All right. Good. Silk touch, right? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I did need to do that. Hand, please. All right, so we come across about maybe 1 more tough pocket, and I think we've got it. And here we are. Right there. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this good stuff. Get in my shulker. Speaking of which, it being the 29th of August, we're going to be starting the new month of September fairly soon. And that means a new redeem, a new video redeem. Again, I have several ideas for September's redeem. So which one shall it be? The best ones are the most versatile ones, where you can use them for just about any situation we encounter during any one of the streams, too. So those are the best ones. Yay, finally spring! There's Armor reminding us which hemisphere he's in down there. We know, Arma, we know. Down under. We know. There we go. Look at that. That's a fairly large deposit of diamonds over there. It's not too shabby. I'll take it. Now let's dig around here, see if there's any others. There is any others? No, there are any others. Okay, cool. Let us and drop that right there. Oh yeah, a couple more stacks. A little bit more than slightly less than 2 stacks. More diamonds. See, this is why it's always important when you find a single diamond block or what appears to be a single diamond block, you need to dig around a little bit, you know? You know what I'm saying? Minecrafters are with me on this one, right? Cool. And again, we only find diamonds because we're not looking for them. We're down here for tough. All right, we can clear out the floor, I think. And then we can get rid of some of the deep slate by filling it in. It is early release day for Kachi today. It being Friday. So that means right after the stream, pretty much, I hit the road to go out and get him and bring him back. I tell you, it's really cool having the 3 of us together, Biggie, Kachi, and myself. That's always a good time. I can finally warm back up. Yeah, you know, Arma, I think folks here, especially in my area, don't understand like how cold parts of Australia can get. Because they're only thinking of like the outback, and that's the only thing that they ever see, right? Is like central outback. You know, and they think, oh, it's so hot there and tropical and hot and everything. They can't get it in their head like the distance from the equator south if you flipped that north, right? There is an Irish song that builds in complexity with each round and lists a lot of volume units. Yeah, that sounds, yeah, they're... like the bog down in the valley, but it's... Those kind of songs I call the sobriety test songs. Here I'm just getting rid of the stuff in my inventory by leveling off the floor. Light things up over there. And we're good. Let's clear out the inventory. Let me see. Gravel, no thanks. God, we have so much deep slate, so much gravel, so much flint. Redstone we'll hang on to. Calcite we'll hang on to. Smooth basalt, absolutely. Cobbled, no thank you. Regular deep slate, no thanks. All right, that's good. Let's head back up to the surface. Oh, here's a good luck to the barrel. Good luck to the barrel, emo. Okay, jolly good luck to the barrel. Good luck to the, the barrel, half the barrel, gallon, half the gallon, pint pot, half a pint, gill, half a gill, quarter gill, nipperkin, then the brown bowl. Here's go. Nice. I'm surprised I don't know that one. That must have been one of the ones that didn't make it over here. Going up. As the Frenchman say. Allons-y. Boink. There we go. Is it sleeping time yet? No, it is not sleeping time at all. Good. Goes quite a bit further than the staff of the puppy. So let me see. I think that's enough tough. That should be enough of the smooth basalt. We need a lot more blackstone. So I think blackstone should be the next thing to acquire. Let's make a delivery though. And let's be as silly about it as possible. Let's go, boy. I love my bone horse. All right. Brings a whole new definition to the seahorse. Oh, yeah. Hey, and I'd like to welcome in number one son, Biggie Cheese. How you doing, dude? What are your plans for Friday? You were already gone before I got back from dropping your brother off. Good, we can get some empty shulkers back. Because we'd be needing those, you know what I'm saying? Cobble deep slate, we'll leave this here for now. Let us, blackstone we're gonna need, let's drop off the tough, the smooth basalt. A little bit more tough like that. And then I think we're good here. You stay right here, buddy. See, that's what I love about this game. Just weird stuff like that. Oh, look what happens to the torch in my hand when I fly. Watch. Watch the torch in my left hand. Oh, check this out. See how it points forward? Good, just got back home. Oh, really, I didn't hear the garage door open. But then again, I'm wearing headphones and the office door is closed. So, let's gear up for a bit of bastion mining, shall we? That means we're definitely going to need that back, and we're definitely going to need this thing back, just for whacking, you know what I mean? And this can stay there. That can be there on standby. We should be okay. Should being the key word there. Let's lock that away. We'll do that. Let me see. Gold helmet. Yes, check. Let's put our diamonds in our diamond box. We can put the balance of our smooth basalt right back in there. And let me see. Do I have the geode bits? Do I have a chest for that? Probably not. No, I don't. All right. There we go. And tech stuff. Redstone can go in there for now until we mine it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, we got a little bit of blackstone here. Let me see. We should get a little bit more food in the inventory standing by. Now, I've already dispatched all of the piglin brutes. And I think once having done so, no more shall spawn. But just in case. All right, of course, we're going in the nether. We need ender pearls. We should be okay. Let's see. I think we're good to go. Now, we shouldn't need this much blackstone, so I'll tell you what. Let's do something like that. That way, if we die and lose all our stuff, yeah, 3 shulkers is a lot. I think we're really only going to need about 2 shulkers. But let's get 3. We'll keep a little bit on hand just in case. Fuck, please. Hands, please. Now, I have to remember my way back to said bastion. I believe I know where it is. It could be... It could be off this way. I think it is. I think it is. I think it's on my side, the west side of our south tunnel. Oh, hold up. This looks like it's heading towards the Squiddy farm. I think it is. This is the tunnel for the Squiddy farm. Is it or is it not? No, I'm right. Thunder, don't doubt yourself, man. You're gonna be fine. Hey there, lads. Remember me? I think they do. Seems they're still quite cross about it. Wow, talk about holding a grudge. Let's go clean up the neighborhood, shall we? And I hear some bones are rattling somewhere. Come on out, you bony so-and-so. I know you're down there somewhere. All right, whatever. All right, we're specifically interested in the irregular blackstone. So let's just focus on this stuff. And again, you know, we don't really need to get this from the bastion. We could go down to the bottom of the nether and just go pull this out of the natural formations down there. And maybe at the same time, find some netherite, some ancient debris. So there is that too. But this stuff is very easy to see. So, and you know, just hanging out in a bastion is just funny, right? Because of our so-called friends, and friends is definitely in quotes there. That happened to spawn here while we're working. Yeah, and some of this crafted blackstone, I don't mind having that pop in the inventory because we need that too. I can hear that skelly somewhere. Where is he? I don't think he's down here. Sounds like he's in some sort of pocket over here. Yeah, like he's in this wall somewhere. Whatever. Whatever. I'm not here to mix it up with the bony ones. I almost said the B word there, because that's usually my affectation for them. Yeah, we can just go clear all this stuff right out. Okay, and then there's a little bit of this stuff to be done. Clean up aisle 6. Where? I can hear him, but I can't. Oh, there he is. Are you a little devil? There he is. And let me see. Oh, yeah, just some standard goodies. Yeah, you know, maybe we can cap off some of that stuff. Make the environment a little more user-friendly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can just like rip all of this stuff right on out. Fuck. See if we can walk our way over to here. Okay, that's quite a drop. Let's focus on this stuff right here, shall we? What am I doing for time here? Oh, I'm past the halfway point of the stream, which means I should stop for an ad break right now. I mean, it's fitting since we've changed tasks somewhat. We've definitely changed biomes. You know what? When we come back from the break, you know, I'm down here doing this here, but I can't help but think it would just be better if I went right to the bottom of the nether and just tunneled it all right on out of there. I mean, this is kind of fun because of the bastion, but I'd really rather just go a tunnel in and then see if at the same time we can come across any ancient debris, right? And the mighty Lone Star! By the way, you can see the auto shout out for Lone Star up there and Real Foolish Sage a little bit while back there. Please go check them out when you have the chance. Lone, how are you doing today? Let's do a little bit of moderation here. Bye-bye. Banned. Happy Friday, Lone. Just in time for the ad break, of course. You know, if I could disintegrate the crafted blackstone back into regular blackstone somehow, I would just completely obliterate this this entire bastion. I mean, I should, because I'm using blackstone anyway. Even the crafted blackstone I'm using at my own base. It's part of my block palette. But I'm also thinking, you know, I should just go down to the depths of the nether, because maybe we can get some ancient debris too while we're at it. Tired from a busy week in work, but now it's the weekend. Destroy it all. Do it. Actually, I've already decimated a very, very large portion of this. Fuck. Ow, things getting a little toasty there. Lava, please. Please. Okay, you know what? I think at this point I will break for the ads, and we'll be right back, and then we'll proceed with the rest of the Blackstone gathering, probably like in the lower levels of the nether, and see if we can find some ancient debris while we're at it. We shall be right back. Okay, and we are back. I should be in standing mode, right? He asked himself. Yes, Thunder, you should, he replied. All right. Sage did point out here. Let me start the playlist again. There we go. Sage did point out, that the Piglin Trading Farm, Thunder, has plenty of blackstone. Yes, it does. We'll make a trip over there. How to get back up there? Let's take some blocks that we do not need, and we'll use those to pillar up. Climb on back out of here. Like maybe right here. Now, somewhere over here, there's a ladder. I think it's up there. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Let me out of here. Let's go over to here, over to there, and we'll head back up here. Let me see. Oh, so what I'll do here for this half. Welcome back. Well done on changing the scene. Really? Lone? Really? I mean, I'll take the compliment. Thanks, but it might not have a huge amount, but it's definitely worth it. Well, make sure the minecart is moving because it likes to stop, which also stops the trades. Oh, yeah, that's true. I did take a look at that the other day. So, yeah, sometimes since it's crossing borders, right, when those chunks unload, kills the minecart. But what we'll do is we'll drop down to the bottom of the nether first over by my own portal. And we'll grab the blackstone from there first. And then we'll go up to the farm last. Because if there hasn't been sufficient AFK at the trade farm, then there's very likely not enough built up there. So what I'll probably do is after the stream, I'll probably just go up there and AFK it. Build up the rest of what I need. It's just here we have the possibility of finding the ancient debris, right? So yeah. Okay, let's see. Now, if you can see I've already done quite a bit of mining down here, but I'm just going to go look for the pockets of blackstone that are just like this. They're just very easy to see because I've just mined right around them, right? And we'll keep some netherrack right there in the inventory just in case we happen to run into some lava. In fact, we should keep that right there in the other hand just so I'm ready with it. I mean, we have full netherite gear. We should be okay. But, you know, we also have the, you know, the things. The ender pearls. There we go. We have those too. Let's swap this out for the shovel. So, Sage, now I know you're busy with a new job and stuff. But what you going to do with that big hole that you made over there in the west? I mean, even Lone Star has come on to do some building, so... You know who I miss I haven't seen in quite some time is Jeannie. Lone, do you know what's up with Jeannie? You know, Sage, I was thinking about that, about the big hole you're digging there, because I think I was having like a somewhat lucid daydream about digging out a perimeter with withers. And by withers, I don't mean Bill Withers. Because I was thinking of Nebs's tunnel bore. And then I was thinking, gee, you know what happens if we just like release some withers over at Sage's place? I mean, it's not exactly surgical precision with which they conduct their demolition, but also it is very funny. So I need to resume whole embiggening. There with the Chris, the IT guy, embiggening, yes. And then do something with the city. She is having a bit of a break from everything at the moment. Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying I'm missing that bready one a little bit. Yeah, see, there's so much of this Blackstone to be had down here. All you have to, you don't have to go far for it, right? And you know, it's a bit of an adventure because you may find some ancient debris. Always a cool thing. And why will we find ancient debris? Because we're not looking for ancient debris, we're looking for Blackstone. Which pretty much guarantees that we'll find some ancient debris. Yes, the Minecraft gods detest me that much. But I'm on to them. I'm on to them. Alright, fine. Great. Plenty of the Blackstone. How long before we come across the ancient debris? Definitely by the end of the stream. Although I think you can see that I've mined out quite a bit of this level. Again, I'm on level positive here, positive 13. You can see where that is, right? Down there on the screen. And again, you know, if I'm looking for ancient debris, that's just where I go because that's where the graph has it. Actually, I think the graph has it like right at about 15. But 13 kind of fits with my mining pattern. And so I can see layer 14 here and 15 is in the ceiling. So, and the peak at 15 is a rather rounded peak. So the derivative of that function is going to be, you know, on the smallish side, falling away on either side. You're not going to get a very sharp cusp in the graph right there. Concavity is down. All right, enough of the math. I just missed teaching calculus a little bit, that's all. Biggie's pretty much finished his math and his electrical engineering degree, so he's going into year 3 now. He's about to begin year 3 there. So, but Kachi, though, Kachi is beginning, starting up with the geometry. So I'm going to be able to help Kachi out quite a bit with that. Because I've taught several years of geometry. So that's geometry and algebra because I was teaching those lower grade math courses to the younger students before I resigned. That's the stuff that's freshest in my head. So as fun as the calculus is to teach because of the content, those math courses are fun to teach because of the students. I like teaching the young students. They're hilarious. I don't mind the older students. They're cool too. But the younger students are the funniest. I have seen digging machines with captured withers. Yeah, and that's kind of along the lines of what I was thinking. Seems like a fun and dangerous concept. Yeah. In Minecraft, danger and fun usually go hand in hand. See what we can pull out of the walls here. Yeah, I can see some down here. All right, fine. So it is quite a ways off. All right, that's in the floor level, but there might be some here in the walls. No? All right, well. Make some new tunnels in the hopes of finding a little bit of the ancient debris, maybe. Oh, we're good there. Along with the black stone. I think some biomes have more black stone than others. Like, I think the basalt deltas might have more blackstone than the nether wastes. I'm not entirely certain. Okay, here I can see a little black stone in the floor. So I'll tell you what, let's clear out our inventory. Let's do a little inventory management, shall we? And I think we're good, right? Done. Let's just dig out what we have here. Now see, we're Nebula in the stream right now, and she would tell me all about all the different biomes. In the nether, their likelihoods and their amounts by percent of occurrences of blackstone and everything, because she is a living encyclopedia of Minecraft. Now, digging out this tunnel, you know, we're also heading back towards the ladder, right? So, to clear on out of here. So, I think we are. Ladder's right over there. We have some easy blackstone pickings right here. There it is. I think I see some right over there. I think I should just stay like right around the central column and just pull out whatever I can see. So of course we'll have to deal with this. There we go. I'm not sure it's worth struggling to try to get this black stone here with a lava around. I think we can just more easily get it from other places, but fuck. Toasted. You know what? I think that's good enough for that play. See, we could just go pull this right here. I'm surprised we haven't found the ancient debris yet. I think it's because I made that cocky claim at the beginning there. Minecraft gods did not appreciate that. Can't really tell if that's black stone down there. It's a little far away. I think I can see some right over here. Then we still have to get some glass, get set up with some glass. But that's just buying it from the most butt-kicking trade hall on the server. Suppose I can pull that from the top, but we have some stuff at ground level right here. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, people. Let's dig all around it here. We'll clear all of this stuff out. Do a little inventory management. more. I think that's it. Let's do a little inventory management here. Let's keep that right there where it's safe. Myself a little bit of food here. Let's see, let's shift that over that way. Take that for the moment. Bye-bye. I said, good day, sir. Okay, I think we're good here. I guess I could try to pull this from the ceiling here. Usually, lava management is a little bit more difficult from above than it is from below because, you know, gravity. See what I mean? Oh, ancient debris. Is that the only one? Gravelanche, people. Oh, this is a pretty big deposit of blackstone here. I just don't like mining it from below like this. This is not the best way of doing it. But we did get some ancient debris, so we're up to 2 pieces of ancient debris thus far. In a place that's already been heavily mined out, so... Cool thing about having a lava stream close by is not that. That's the not cool thing about it. The cool thing about it is having an inventory management capability right there. Let's... Yeah, you know what? I think I've had just about enough of this. That's better. All right. Can we... Okay, cool. Before we go much further here, let's just put that there where it's safe. Anything else we got going on here? Just like an easy smash and grab. We have this stuff, but again, you know, collecting this from above is always a little inconvenient. Lava, gravel, stuff like that. Now, I'm not certain that Kachi's going to want to do Kachi time this Sunday. He's passed on the last couple of Sundays. If I could get a clear indication of what he's going to do well enough in advance, if he does cancel, I may stream something else on Sunday. Probably won't be Minecraft, though. All right, this is cool. Yeah, Sage, I think us trying to press a number of withers into service, mining out your hole there, I think that would be a hilarious stream. We're just going to have Villager and or Nova standing by in case they get away from us somehow and go flying off into the server and destroying everybody's builds. Now, why would that be a concern of mine? Season 2. Except I released a wither into the nether, not the overworld, but I think in Season 4, Jay had let loose a wither in the overworld, but it was still in the mountain that he was hollowing out, and so I was able to come over and help him neutralize it before it broke out into the overworld, which was extremely fortunate. My greater fear is that they tear up what I have built since it is directly below them. Yeah? Perhaps we do wither digging somewhere more isolated. Yeah, but, you know, it does kind of defeat the purpose a little bit. The idea is to, you know, dig out that hole. I'm not saying you don't have a point there. There's too much lava around that black stone. It looks like there might be some black stone, or at least some basalt right down around here. Yeah, that's basalt. I thought I saw some black stone like way down yonder. Yeah, I need to rebuild the bomber and have it not break this time. And or just fill my inventory with diamond picks and tear through it myself. Or, you know, we could have another digging party. Let us know. Maybe you can drag some buffoons out of retirement and have them come in and help out. You know, do the old Tom Sawyer Huck Finn thing, you know, and all right. This is not yielding what we want. How am I doing for time? All right. Okay, this is a pretty big pocket. More ancient debris. But I've only been finding the single pieces. So, oh, okay. And of course, once I say that, I get a triple. Again, it's not a complaint. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. Ziggy, please. Please. I should really safely stash that ancient debris. Since there's 3 whole pieces of it there. Well, we're not going to get partial pieces of it. That's not how it works. Don't... I know I just opened a chest. Don't even think about it. I'm just... Don't. Don't be that guy. Biggie. Don't. Okay, well, we're at 1 shulker. And you know what I'm going to do? Since we only have about 10 minutes left of the stream, let's take this opportunity to head on up to the Piglin Trading Farm and see if we can get any blackstone there. And that would be a good place to end the stream anyway, because then I can AFK there. You know. Also, I can do some tool repair there as well. No. You'd think I'd have this memorized by now. But clearly I don't. Clearly, I do not. Ooh. You know what's really weird is you can hear thunder in the overworld from the nether. Or is that, are those just nether effects? Because that sounded like a thunderclap there. There it is. I knew it was close by. Okay. Ziggy, please. Please. Thank you. Coming through. We have about 5 minutes left of the stream. Let's run on up to the Piglin Trading Farm, and we'll see if we have any blackstone up there. And if not, we'll just end the stream there. And that's the sound of the of those things. Striders. There we go. All right. Let's just boat it, shall we? Down the fastest tunnel in the server right now. Yeah. I tell you, I had so much fun working with the Southern Tunnel folk on this build here. Shot, Corny, myself, Nebula, Skip, OPG, Nova, you know, it's just a lot of fun. And there we go. Transit system courtesy of a real foolish sage. Right, F5. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Well, there's 2 shulkers worth, just about, right there. I'm digging that. Yep, minecart is certainly doing its thing there. You know, it shouldn't stall though, because, oh well, it does cross a chunk border right there. Okay. Yeah. It's fine though. It's fine. So I'll have to come back and AFK this a little bit, just so I can leave more than 1 stack of blackstone here for our friends. Also, one of the things I like to do is bring back a couple of mine carts. There we go. And this is also something silly I like to do, which is a little bit risky. So we pitch the pearl. And then we jump right about now. Okay. Let's head back to the base, I think. Let's just do that. I was thinking of AFKing directly from there, but you know what? I'll do that later on tonight. Let's go deliver what we have. Sometimes it needs just a little nudge. You can also just shove the minecarts down there. Yeah, we could, right? go deliver our Blackstone, and we'll log off there. Hopefully, a very good friend, Pleasant Player, might still be streaming right now. He was doing a 6-hour end of summer stream, so that might still be going on. Have to see. Ancient debris. I'm there for right. No. That's good. Hey there, buddy. Look at all them goodies. Just for a thumbnail. Okay. Let's get set up here to wrap up the stream. Log off right about there. Over here to the cam scene. Pleasant Player is finished. But you know who is streaming right now? OPG One Player Gamer. Let me see, he's playing Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Dang. I mean, I certainly don't mind rating out to good friend OPG, fellow buffoon. But I did want to see if I could get to raid out to Pleasant Player because I don't get to raid out to him that often. Let's set up that raid. So let's see. There is the raid message in the chat. You can copy and paste that into the chat if you would like to join us. In raiding to our good friend OPG. Let's set up the raid itself. And there we go. The raid is counting down to OPG. Okay, family-friendly viewers, sometimes there's a little bit of mature language and stuff in OPG stream, but he is super, super cool. He's a fellow buffoon. We have a lot of shared community, so chances are you'll see somebody in there that you know. Just remember that we do this Buffooncraft stream every Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Our next stream should be Sunday 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That should be Kachi time. If it isn't and Kachi doesn't feel like streaming, I may stream something if I have early enough notice, and I don't know what that'll be yet. We'll have to see. And then the stream after that will be Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That should be Generations. We should be on the Survival 5 world. All right. With that being said, thank you so much for showing up, everybody. It was so cool to see you guys. We are raiding out to OPG right No. Enjoy your afternoon, everybody, your evening, your morning, wherever you happen to be. Join us again next time. Bye for now.